Hi, fifth grade. Today's question is, in what ways do artists influence society? All right, my friends, I'm going to get right to the point. If you're going to be painting today, you're going to need a water cup, paintbrush, paper towel, your paint, and of course, your artwork. Today, you're going to be using your different techniques that I have taught you throughout your time at Christie Elementary to create your painting. One thing I want you to notice is that the more water you add to a paint, the lighter it will be. The more swirls you do around the pan, the darker it is going to be. My personal style is I like to start in big areas and then work small as I go. That way I know I've taken care of the major parts of the project before I get to the smaller little details. So today I would worry about big stuff, but of course you can do it the way you want. Feel free to wet the paper with the paint color, and then I'm going to go in and just add some like random green splotches to make it more interesting. Water is not always blue. Sometimes it's green. Sometimes it can even have little purples in it. Or maybe your water is so polluted that it looks like toxic waste. The real point of this project is so you guys can create an artwork with a message. Do you want people to care about the oceans? Do you want people to see the idealized, the way they could look if we tried a little bit better with trash? Or maybe you want to confront people with how bad the problem really is. So what I just did is I put a texture plate under the paper and went over it with a white crayon. So as you can see, that white crayon is going to pop through the paint. So that is an easy way to build up some texture without really trying. Some of the other options for texture could include the isopropyl drops or even using salt. If you ever make the mistake that I just did and added a little bit too much paint and it's starting to bleed into other colors, just immediately take your paper towel and give it a little blot on the paper and it should soak up that mistake in no time. I decided to add some texture and bubbles. I'm going to use the isopropyl, so I'm going to give it a few drops here. Boom, boom, boom. And of course that starts to separate the watercolor. I'm also going to go over it with a little bit of salt. You just need a little bit of sprinkle. It only works on wet paper, so unfortunately, if your paper is already dry, the salt will not do anything. It takes about 24 hours for it to do its job. I'm going to use 2 different tones for the sand to give it some realism. One super easy way to get a realistic texture for sand is to add that salt. So that's just another reason to add the salt. And it will make those little tiny bubbles that look perfect for rocks under the ocean. For cleanup today, please put away the paint tray. Paintbrushes go in the water cup goes in the sink. Salt goes back. Make sure the isopropyl is securely fastened. Have an amazing day.